Even. Okay. Hello, sir. How you are? How are you?
I am fine, thank you, Ananya.
Hello.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are. Continue.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, Ananya, continue. Continue.
Okay. So let's start this event. Hello, everyone. This is Ananya Sahu, your host for today's workshop. That is how to get started in CFTs. So today we have Anas Jamal sir with us, who is not only the founder of B-Sides Noida, but also captain at Dark Army, as well as organizer of Dark's CFT and Dark's COM. Well, I just told you about Sir on a very, very short notice. So it would be great if you yourself tell us something more about you, sir.
Thanks for the introduction, Anya. First of all, I want to correct you in one thing. It is not CFT, it is CTF.
Okay,
Okay,
this
so
is fine.
yeah. So let me share my screen. So should I start my session?
Yes, sir, go on.
Okay, okay. Just wait a second. Let me share my screen. Can you guys see my screen now? Hello,
Yes, sir,
Ananya. Can
it's
you see
visible.
my screen?
Yes, sir, it's visible. It's visible.
Yes, sir, it's
Okay,
visible.
okay. So let's start with our session, which is how to get started with CTS. So, okay, thank you. So let's start with our session, which is how to get started with CTS. So it is a one-way communication. So I will just go through my slides, and you can send the questions to the coordinators, and they will send the questions to me, and we will take the questions in the last. So let's start with my introduction. So, my name is Anas Jamal, and some people may know me as White Wolf on Discord. So, I am a CTF player and a developer, like a CTF developer. I create challenges. So, I am founder of B-Sides Noida, which is a security community, and I am the captain of Dark Army CTF team, which is currently ranked two in India. Okay, so and I am organizer of DarkCon, Dark CTF, and if you are from LPU, you have heard about WorldCon. I was one of the organizers in WorldCon too. So let's start our session. So let's see our agenda for today. So we will start from what are CTF, types of CTF, different categories in CTF, resources. Uh, we will see a demo and a job and internship opportunity. So what are CTF? So the full form of CTF is capture the flag, and it is a cyber security competition where you have to solve the challenges and find the flags and submit them on the platform. So it is like you have given different types of categories, for example, forensics, reverse engineering, web exploitation, forensics, binary exploitation. So basically, you have to solve the challenge in the particular category, and you have to find the flag. So it may be easy or hard or intermediate for you. Like it depends on the skills of yours. So and there's another category of attack and defense. We will talk about it later. But in this type of CTF, we have to defend as well as attack on the other system. So it is mainly team-based competitions uh, because we have several different of categories. So one person cannot do each and every category. So we need a team but you can play solo too. So for a, for TTF updates, you can visit ctftime.org. It is the one site on which you can get all the information. So let's see types of CTFs. So the first one is Jeopardy CTF. So in this type of CTF, we have several categories. As I mentioned earlier, reverse engineering, binary exploitation, uh, cryptography, web exploitation, forensics, OSINT, and scripting and programming challenges. So solve the challenge. So the steps are simple: solve the challenge and submit the flag and get points. Okay, so there are two types of scoring. Like I have seen lots of people saying asking this type of doubt a lot about the points. Like after playing a CTF for a while, they ask the organizers why my points are decreasing. Uh, so that's the reason, because there are two types of scoring in CTF. First one is dynamic and second one is static. So in dynamic scoring, points will decrease with the increase of number of solves. So like uh, if one challenge has only one solve, so its points will remain high, and one challenge which is easy and has hundred of solves, so like the points will decrease with time with the number of solves. And another type of scoring is static. So it does not depend on the number of solves. The points will remain the same. Okay, so let's see attack and defense. So it is a little bit advanced type of CTF, in which you have given a server and everything, and you have to protect it, like patch the vulnerabilities in the system as well as attack on the your opponent. Okay, so for this, you need a team. Like for example, one is attacking the server and someone is defending the server and patching the vulnerability. So attack other servers and exploit it. Defense means patch vulnerabilities in your server. So let's see different categories in CTFs. So we will see different categories one by one. So first one is web exploitation. Everyone knows about it, I think. So like in web exploitation, sometimes it is very easy. For example, just visiting a robots.txt page, or sometimes it is very hard, like advanced exploit, for example, blind SQL injection, or like a latest TV, or like lots of things like XSS, SSTI, PHP related bugs. So it depends on the organizers. And one more thing is like people does not understand that like in most of the CTFs you don't need to first, like you don't need automated tools and anything like that. Okay, so you just have to analyze and understand the vulnerability and exploit it without using the tools. For example, people use for SQL injection, people use SQL map. Because of that, server goes down, because like SQL injection sends lots of requests to the site, and in the end, the server goes down. So it's a request from my side. So like, don't try automated tools on the website like Databuster or SQL injection or something like that. Okay, so like in good CTFs or like in high level CTF, they give the source code of the challenges. So you don't have to do anything. Read the source code, understand the vulnerability, and exploit it. Okay, and most of the time we don't need to do any fuzzing. Okay, because in CTFs we know that vulnerability exists. So like we have to find the vulnerability. Not no need to require no need to do the fuzzing. So like some tips and tools, for example, like simple one is like sometimes you can get something from just visiting robots.txt. Read page source, okay, and Burpsuit is a one go tool. Like you can you can do everything from Burpsuit. Okay, uh, uh, just a disclaimer: I am not I am not a what we say. Sorry. So let's start reverse engineering. I hope you have understood web exploitation. So reverse engineering is like we have to like for example, you can get a Linux binary file or exe and APK file from Android. So in reverse engineering, we have to understand and analyze the given binary. So you can get a bin or APK file, exe file, or ELF file, and find the flaws or vulnerabilities and find the flag hidden inside it. So sometimes, like in the easy challenges, sometimes authors did some mistakes, and you can just do run string command on the binary and you will get the flag. Sometimes this happens too. Okay, so some reverse engineering tools, Radar 2, Ghidra, IDA Pro, and Binary Ninja. So, like, if you are interested in reverse engineering, you can explore these tools, uh, Radar 2, Ghidra, IDA Pro, and Binary Ninja. All right, so let's move on to the next category, which is binary exploitation, or you can say pawn. So in binary exploitation, we have to find a vulnerability in the program and exploiting it to gain control of a shell or modifying the program's function. For example, in CTF, you will get a binary file, and you have to analyze the binary file and write an exploit code for it, and gain a reverse shell on the server. Okay, so for example, you have the binary and same binary is running on the server. So you have to analyze the binary on your system offline locally, and write exploit code for it and gain a reverse shell on the server. Like the same binary is running on your server. So, and after gaining reverse shell, you have to read the flag.txt. Okay, so some vulnerabilities in binary exploitation are buffer overflows, heap exploitation. This is the advanced topic. Browser binary exploitation. This is also advanced topic. Or kernel. This is also so like this category is very interesting and mostly based on research. Like if you want a career in research domain, you can explore this uh, category. Or if you want to gain some CVEs in your profile, you can do reverse engineering. Okay, so some tools are Pawn tools. It is a Python library. So like the scripts are written with the help of Pawn tools, and GDB Peda for analyzing the binary, and ROP gadgets for writing your exploit code. Okay, so now let's move on to cryptography. So I hope most of the people knows about cryptography. It is like it keeps us secure. Like for example, uh, our data is encrypted. Like for example, everyone knows WhatsApp encryption, right? End-to-end encryption. So everywhere and everything, like you will find cryptography. The role of cryptography is everywhere. So in CTFs, we will get a ciphertext, and we have to break it by finding vulnerabilities in it. So mostly source code is given. For example, some CTFs have like they will give you simple ciphertext, and you can decode it through online websites. I will show you in the demonstration part. Okay, so sometimes like for all the weird or gassy ciphers, use decode.fr. This is a website you can visit it and you can find it. And for breaking RSS, you can use RSS ETF tool, which is on GitHub. And the third one is PyCrypto library. So I will in the demonstration and before the demonstration, I will share some resources. So don't worry about it. So next category is forensics. So in forensics, we have to analyze network traffic, memory dump of Windows or Linux OS, or data acquisition of Windows, Android, or Linux file system. So basically, in this type of category, you have to analyze a lot. Okay, and one more thing is like if you want to organize a CTF in the uh, future, if you want to organize a CTF, just please understand steganography is not equal to forensics. Some I am playing CTF from like half and a year ago. So I know that some CTF people put steganography, like for example ZStack or some weird steganography tool, and put that those challenges in the forensic category. If you want to create a steganography, you can put that in NIST category, or like create a separate category for steganography. Forensics is all about analyzing network traffic, memory dump of Windows or Linux OS, or data acquisition of Windows. Like it is a pure analysis based category. So you have to do analysis. Okay. So these are the uh, like I want to recommend these tools because like I use most of the time these tools. First one is volatility. So it is mostly used in memory dump of Windows and Linux OS. So like you can easily analyze memory dump. Memory dump is like a RAM capture of RAM. Okay, so for example, your system's RAM is 8 GB. So lots of the data is stored in 8 GB of RAM, right? So the we will get the memory acquisition of that. So we will in simple words, we will get the RAM data. Okay, so if your RAM is 8 GB, you will get 8 GB of data. Okay, and you can analyze it through volatility. I want to recommend volatility too because like it is stable in my opinion. And another tool is autopsy. For example, you have to analyze the system of someone, right? Like you are a forensic investigator, and police department asks for your help to analyze the attacker's computer system. So you can use autopsy. Like it is a very good tool. FTK Major is also used for that purpose. Like you have all the files and everything, and you can analyze it. Just to understand the difference between memory and resolution, because in memory you can use volatility, and for data like for example my computer data and C drive data, you can analyze those things through autopsy and FTK method. So now, like I have covered general categories from of a CTF. There's another category which is okay. So Graviton having a CTF on 24 on this 24. So don't participate in that CTF and enjoy the CTF. Okay, and I hope you can practice from these resources which I am sharing with you, so you can get good ranks in the CTF. All right. So there's one more category which is miscellaneous category. In that category, we can put steganography challenges, or if you want to put some scripting challenges or binary sorry scripting challenges, programming challenges, or something like that, doesn't uh, which doesn't go in any category. You can put that in this category. Okay. So the most important website for you if you want to start it is ctftime.org. Okay, and the best resource is ctftime.org slash write-ups. Okay, write-ups of previous CTF. Another one is ctflearn.com and 24/7 ctf.com, tryhackme.com. I hope everyone knows tryhackme.com, and Hack the Box, Crypto Hack for cryptography, Codeswigger.net for learning web. I will show you these things uh, in the demo session. Okay. So there are some more resources: overthewire.org, Ring Zero CTF, Pico CTF, and there's a GitHub repository and CTF 101. Okay, so let's start with like lot enough theory. Let's start with our demo. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so first let's visit CTF time. Um, what it is saying? Did not. Let's try. I'm not sure why it is saying, but don't worry, guys. It is totally safe. This website is totally safe. Okay. So this is CTF time, and here's a world leaderboard. Okay, and here's some recent CTS Hackers Playground by Samsung. and these types of in CTF is organized by BIOS. All right. So our main thing is like go to archive, okay, and here you can see write-ups. Go to write-ups. All right. So here you can see the latest write-ups of the CTFs. So like for example, you want to search web, okay. So just type web, enter, and click on filter. Now you will see all the challenges related to web. Okay. So yeah. So as you can see tags, here you can see web, and all the challenges are related to web. For example, you want to you are interested in web category, so just search web here and start reading the write-ups. For example, I click on this read, and here's the whole write-up of that challenge. Okay, so so I hope you understand the importance of write-ups. Like they are maintaining since 2011, so like you can understand that. Okay. All right. So, for example, you want to see the upcoming CTFs. So, upcoming CTF is core CTF, which is on 21 August. Okay, and there's a CTF in Graviton, which is on 24 August. So you can register and participate in that CTF too. Okay. So like I am organizing GrabCon CTF, which is on 4th September. All right. So this is everything. Okay, like here you can see all the CTFs and upcoming CTF. So for example, you want to see the rankings of, because I know that the motivation is here, like you want to maintain your ranking and everything. So here's the country based ranking also. Okay, so in India, as you can see, first is BIOS and second is Dark Army, which is my team. Okay, so I am the captain of that team. So like you can see the scoreboard of country-wise positions of the CTF team. Okay, so like and you can see the that US has 3715 CTF team, India has 3022 CTF team, and so on. Okay, so you can see country position as well as worldwide position. So currently we are 22 in the worldwide scoreboard. All right, so let's move on to the another. Let's move to ctflearn.com. Okay, guys. So I have registered with my dummy account. Okay, so I don't have like anything on this site. So you can register on it. So let me visit it first on my. Wait to show me this. All right. So when you visit ctflearn.com, you just have to click on join now. Okay, and here just fill your details and you will register on this platform. So first thing is like get started. So let's see the challenge. So in the real CTF, this is going. This is the same format. For example, here you have a description. Okay, and this description is saying that I like it is the easiest one challenge on this, like for getting started on the CTF. So you just have to copy the flag here and paste it here. Okay, and click on submit. So here you can see solved. So let's pick a challenge from web category. I think category web. All right. So let's try my block challenge. So first we have to read the challenge description. Okay, and after that you have to understand the challenge. So hi, I am Noxtel. I have hidden a flag. Okay, so it is saying that. I have hidden a flag somewhere in my cyber world, aka blog. You may find an application for your memory. This is my real life. Okay, so like it is a note. So let's click on this. This is a challenge link. Okay, so here's the challenge link. Now we have to analyze the challenge. So like we have to search for the challenge like for example CTF 187 suspicious message. All right, we are on the website and we are trying to solve this challenge. Okay, so I think this uh, this challenge is looking like this. Let me copy it. And the best site for these types of thing is like, for example, you got a weird encryption thing. So just go to cyberchef.com, uh, and this is gchu.github.io. This is the best tool for decrypting all the weird ciphers and everything. Okay, so for example, let me paste it. Let's try it. There's a tool called Magic. Okay, so it is not able to decrypt it. So we think like we can say that we are on a wrong path because it is saying cryptography. So as as we are on web challenge, so let's inspect the page because it is very important part for us. So let's see storage. All right. So we can't see anything. Let's try local storage, noxtral.com, and as you can see, we got a flag. So it is simple like this only, or like it is a very simple challenge. It is like 20 points only. So where's the website? Yeah. So here I will just submit the flag and submit. So here you can see solved. So it is like that. You can solve the challenge, like go to the challenge and read the description and start solving the challenge. Okay. So CTF learn. Uh, let's let's go to tryhackme.com. So I have also logged in tryhackme already. So let me show you how to register on this website also. Alright, so this is the main website. You just have to click on join now and you can easily register. So here it is very easy. Just go to learn. Okay, and there are learning paths and modules and networks. So like this website contains premium stuff also and free stuff also. So I'm not interested in premium stuff. So like for example, when you start, uh, Nmap is best, or let me show you one Linux box. I think like because Linux is important for you. For example, this Linux fundamental part one. I think yeah, it is not premium. Yeah, as you can see, it is written this is a free. So you can just go to this website and explore the boxes, explore the everything, and like for example, bit of background, and you can watch the video for learning and stuff like that. So this is very good website for beginners. If you are a total beginner, just register now and start doing this stuff. Right. So now let's move on to Hack the Box. Hack the Box is like a little bit advanced website. So, for example, let's go to labs. All right. So there's a starting point. If you are totally new on the Hack the Box, just go to starting point, and they will give you the easy boxes. So as you can see, it is written very easy, right? So when I click on very easy, like arch type, the box name is arch type, and it is very easy. So there are some basic things you need to understand. Like 2 years ago, when I joined Hexabox, I was not able to understand lots of features. So basically, you just go here and you just have to click on a spawn machine. And yeah, before that, you have to download your VPN connection. Don't forget that. Let me show you. How to, I think it is in a starting point. Yeah. So here you can see connect to starting point with a VPN or a phone box. So as like it is click on open VPN. Phone box is for VIP users. I have a VIP subscription, so I can use it. Phone box is limited for free use. I don't know, like there's some time for phone box. So I recommend you using open VPN because so yeah, like you have to select the server and everything and just download the VPN file and use open VPN for connecting through it. And I recommend you guys to use VirtualBox for everything. Okay. So here Hexabox, I will come to it. I will come to Hexabox later for jobs and everything. For now, and yeah, like if you want to learn, Hexabox have another platform called Hexabox Academy. You can like, but you have to register on separately on both of the platforms. Okay. So I haven't registered on this website, so I have to register for it. So like you can see the modules, network elimination with Nmap, cracking password is with the hashcat. These days, like Active Directory is like very trending, so you can learn about Active Directory and everything. So yeah, so you can basically start learning with Hexabox also. Okay, but I recommend you start with Try Hack Me, and after that go on with Hexabox. Okay. So there's another website. For example, you want to learn cryptography. You are interested in cryptography. So there's a platform called cryptohack.com, or I think it is cryptohack.org. Let's see. Yeah. So it is a very good platform for learning cryptography. So like for example, from easy challenges, you will start learning from easy to high challenges. Okay. So like here's the scoreboard and challenges and everything and careers also. So for example, you so like you will get you can get offers from these companies. For example, Gemini, they are hiring principal product engineers. All right. So for example, if I will click on read more and they will give me the all the details about it. Okay. So this is crypto hack if you want to learn cryptography, and the ultimate resource for learning web is CodeSwigger Web Academy. Okay, so this is the URL learning path, and it is created by the authors of Burp Suite Tool. Okay, so Web Security Academy, and you can like so for example they have given you the whole path for learning web security. For example, if you want to learn advance your skills in web for CTF, or you want to do bug hunting, so you want to visit this website and start learning. Like they have, this is totally free platform, guys, and I don't know for how much they will keep this platform free. So utilize it properly. Okay, so like see 16 labs. So imagine 16 labs with different attacks. Like all of the attacks are different. Uh, Authentication 14 labs, directory traversal. So like these are all the bugs, and like they are like lots of bugs, right? So like they are covering 15 bugs, and with free labs, you just have to click on login. Okay, and I have already created my account here. So like because I practice on this platform, um, let me refresh and log in. So you can see you can but keep in mind like you will only get to use the labs if you are registered on the platform. So it is free, totally free, and just register. It is nothing important. Okay. So like they have labs after every topic. So I have solved some labs here. So in my opinion, guys, like you don't have to go anywhere. Don't purchase some bug bounty courses from different peoples and everything. Like some people are advertising that they are selling the bug hunting courses and something like that. Don't waste your money, guys. And just this is the main resource for learning web, in my opinion. After, like, you can if you want, if you think that those people are teaching you more advanced things, so after completing this, and believe me, like you this is not very easy to complete, like if you are doing it on your own. All right, so in my opinion, just start visit this website, register now, and start learning web security. And there's some, yeah, there's a YouTube channel, Rana Khalil, and she's making videos on the first module, which is my SQL injection. So you can start learning from that. Okay. Okay. So I think this is enough. So let's. Oh yeah, Pico CTF is also very good. So let me show you Pico CTF. It is very recommended for the beginners. Like if you have zero idea about Pico CTF, you can just create an account. For example, just click on get started, and they will ask you few questions, and like just click on sign up. Uh, just click on sign up, and just fill the details, and you can easily log in and start. So let's create a dummy account. No worries, like we can use Tampmail, which is a temporary email service. And if you don't want to give your details, you can just use this website. Okay. So let me select this. And if you select this 13 to 17 category, they will ask for parents and something like that. So I think everyone is 18 or 18 plus. So let's use a name Gravison. Alright. Don't try to hack this account, guys. Okay. Alright. So like it gave you a simple introduction. You can practice and everything. Okay. Next. I know the platform. You can. So you have to go to like there are different categories which I have explained in my slide. So web exploitation, cryptography, reverse engineering, forensics, generalist skills, binary exploitation. So you can start learning from this platform also, right? So web exploitation, 20 points. Cookies. So for example, this challenge. In fact, okay, let's see this one. I haven't solved any challenge, so guys, I'm just okay. Name. Welcome to my cookie search page. See how much I can. Okay, let's try. That doesn't appear to be a valid cookie. Okay, for example, let's make this value 1. Refresh. This is a cookie, not very special though. Okay, let's try admin. This is an error try, guys. So I'm not sure like if I am doing correct or not. Just I'm trying to solve the challenge live. This is a cookie, but not a very special. All right. So let's go back to the website again. And why doesn't love cookies? Okay. So let's try to understand the challenge first. It is a 40 points challenge. So we will come back to this challenge after a few minutes. First, let's try this one. This challenge is related to cookies, and this one is okay. So as the description is saying, inspect me. So open the inspect element. Okay, and we have to inspect the website. So for example, we will go to storage. Okay, local storage. There's nothing inside it. All right. So debugger. There are some pages. Okay. So we got the flag. Okay. So like, all right. So this is third part. So like it is in three parts. So we have to find two more parts of it. So let's copy this one first and submit it here. Okay, so this is the third part, and we have to find two more parts of this challenge. So let's see this one. There's nothing inside it. All right, style editor. Okay, so we got the third part here. Copy, paste, and we have to find the third part of this challenge. So maybe it is in uh, cookies, not cookies, inspector. Okay, let's see the paste source first. Okay, so here we got the first part. So now when we click on this, and so like we have uh, figured out all the three parts, and when I click on submit flag, okay, so I got the 50 points. Okay, so let's try this one again now. I hope you guys are prepared for this. This is a one-way communication, so like just wait, guys. So having some issue. All right. So this let's read the description again. Let me close these things first. So this guy is saying, "I love snickerdoodle." Okay. So inspect element. Let's try this thing. Okay, and refresh it. Okay, this guy. I think for this thing, because like whenever I am refreshing, you can see that there's some class thing. But for this thing, I have to start my burp suite. So my burp suite is not installed in my system. So let me try first if I have burp suite installed on. Sorry guys, I don't have burp suite installed on my main system. So like we have to capture the cookie. Like it is, you can see for an instant like there's some cookie and like it is disappearing. All right, so you can try this on your own. And for example, if you got stuck, just like for example, you are stuck on this question, get ahead. Okay, so just copy this name and paste it and just write Pico CTF write up. Write up means solution to the challenge. But first try, like first try on your own, understand the concept, understand the challenge name, and after that start doing the challenge. After that, you like for example, you are stuck for a long time, then you can see the write up. But uh, try to avoid these write ups. Okay. So for learning binary exploitation, you can prefer Live Overflow YouTube. Okay. So let me start. YouTube, and I will show you the that channel also in which you can see the videos of binary exploitation live overflow. You can search this, and there's a whole you can see 58 videos of binary exploitation. So for starting, you can start from this playlist, okay? And there's another one which I want to show you, which is John Hammond. He's a great YouTuber, and he created stuff like he create write-ups and videos on CTF. So like he mostly focus on CTF kind of stuff. Okay. One is Pawn Function. Okay, his YouTube channel is also good for learning CTF and some cool stuff. So you can prefer for example, he's explaining cross-site scripting. So yeah, you can refer this channel also. So one is web security. So like she is creating a whole playlist for the modules of web security. So you can go to playlist and oh sorry, you can go to playlist and like you can see web, and she is also teaching you the scripting stuff. For example, you can do the stuff with manually, but she is also teaching you the stuff like writing the scripts of on your own. Okay, so I recommend you watch her videos also. Like she has a short versions, also long versions. So it depends on you how much time you want to spend. Okay, I think this is enough for the demonstration part. So let's come to job and opportunity. So there's one internship you can apply. For example, but keep in mind, just start with the CTFs and gain some experience and something like that. So Secure Layer 7 is a well-known company, and they hire on basis of CTF. So like they will send you an open VPN connection, and and you can see this. You can see this thing. CTF candidate should be an active CTF player of Hack the Box. Okay, so Hack the Box is very important for you guys, I think. So primary responsibilities and these types of stuff. Okay, so they will send you the CTF. They will send you open VPN connection. You can connect to it. And another one is I have applied for internships, and they asked me for play their CTF, and they will give you the based on that, if you are able to submit the challenges and something like that. So like they will give you the job or internship. Okay, so on Hack the Box, there's a career section. Here it is a career section. You click on job board. Okay, so just do it available for hire. Okay, so yeah, so these are the jobs. So for example, when I move my mouse here, so like it is saying you are eligible for this job. Why I am eligible for this job? Because I have pro hacker rank. Okay, when you start, you will get, I guess, I think script kiddie or noob rank. So you have to play all the challenges and solve them, and you will get the rank. Okay, so yeah. So like as you can see, there are 130 active job opportunities right now, right? So you can count. Like people say that there's very less opportunities in cyber security, but no, you can filter out them also. So start with Try Hack Me or CTF Learn or Pico CTF. Gain some experience. Start on Try Hack Me. All right, and after that start on Hack the Box, because Hack the Box is a different platform, because there's no write up of the challenges. So you have to do it on your own. People will give you hints, but uh, other than that, you have to do on your own. So I recommend you guys do this on your own. So this is a very big section for the job. Hackdabox also hire for their job, for their post. So for example, they are hiring for CTF project manager. Okay, Hackdabox. Amazon, AWS also hiring. Okay, and senior consultant. So like big companies are hiring through Hexagon. So I recommend you guys to create an account and start doing Hexagon. All right. So another one is, yeah, TCS Hexwell. So I hope you guys know your seniors, Aditya Rai. So like he also got job through this thing, TCS Express. Okay, so like it is a, like there's nothing, and they will give you CTF challenges based on web, reverse engineering, and forensic and cryptography and these types of things. So you have to solve the challenges and submit them. So and it is showing three. So it is a salary of digital package, and there's a Ninja package and digital package. So in Ninja it is like some around like three more than 3 LPA, and in digital package it is 7 to 12 LPA. Okay, so try to solve as much challenges as possible in TCS Request. This year this will also happen. So register it. Like if you guys are on in final year and something like that, because like this is only for final year students. So you can participate it, but you will not get a job. Like if you win, yeah, you will get 1 lakh rupees. So like you can participate and get rank one, and you can win the prizes and goodies of TCS. So this is a big opportunity for you. Okay, so there's a join the Try Hack Me Discord, and there's a channel jobs board, and you can go through it, and they will post jobs on that channel. Okay, so I think this is enough. So like if you guys have any questions, and you can ask me on Twitter, okay, or you can ask me on LinkedIn, or you can ask me on Discord. So and thank you for being wonderful audience. I know it is a one-way communication, but thanks for sticking with me. So like if you guys have any questions, you can ask me. So
We
like
have some questions from the
there are
participants.
some Q&A questions. All right, so we will take some questions now. How to
Hello.
identify what category it is? Yeah.
Uh, can I? Would you prefer to read the question or should I read it for you?
No, no, no worries. I will read. I will read the question.
Okay.
So, question is, how can we create our own steganography? Okay. First question is how to identify what category it is. Okay. Let me log in on. I think the Pico CTF. Let's try CTF. I think this question is from early, like it is posted on 3:16 p.m. But still, I'm again showing you how to recognize the category. Just go on the challenges, and here you can see a category option, and like all the challenges will be in the different categories, right? So web challenges in web, forensics in forensics, binary exploitation, reverse engineering, and cryptography. Okay, so I think let's done. Is there any tricks to easily crack CTS? Uh, like I have shown you a simple trick, which is like a cyber chef. You can easily crack stuff from this. Like they have multiple categories, but there's no shortcut for cracking the CTF. You have to. This is totally purely based on your experience. Okay, so you have to know that there's something exists in robots.txt. There's something like steganography, right? So just keep practicing, keep playing CTF. Don't worry about the results and everything. Just keep practicing. Okay. So I'm doing it done. How can we create our own steganography challenge? So steganography is a wide category and wide field. So you can create lots of uh, cryptography. Oh, sorry, steganography challenges. For example, there are lots of repositories. For example, I want to create a ZStack challenge. Or let's see, I want to create an exif tool. It is a simple steganography, not a very advanced steganography tool, exif editor. So it is basically based on like you can edit the image file exif metadata, and you can easily modify it and put it in the image file or PDF file. So users have to run exif tool. Okay. Oh yeah, I have a one very good tool for steganography. This is very great tool, which is aperisolve.fr. So you just have like it is. Let me see that it is saying that platform uses ZStack, StagHeight, OutGuess, Exif tool, Winbox, Foremost, Strings. So like this tool is uh, one way tool. So like you just have to upload your file and it will run all the different Stagography tools for you. These are the common tools. For example, that is StagHeight, OutGuess, Exif tool, Winbox, Foremost, and everything. So yeah. So like for creating a challenge, just like for example, you want to hide a text file or an image file in an image file. So you have to use StagHeight. So just StagHeight and click on this, and I think this. So like there's a command which you can use. So like for example, you don't know the command, right? So just search StagHeight. So there are lots of tutorials coming on Google. Okay, so I will pick. So for installing, it is built in Kali Linux. So I recommend you install Kali Linux on your virtual box. Okay, and there's the command: StagHeight embed -ef your txt file and the image file. Okay, so here this guy is showing that here he is uh, hiding the image file. So like it depends on what type of steganography you want to do. Like you want to either hide the image or like hide the data in the metadata and these types of things. So I hope I'm able to understand answer your question. Okay, so what certification do I need to get as a complete beginner in cybersecurity? So like this is a very controversial question, and so you can like in India, uh, the companies prefer CES, and but it is not a practical based certification. It is based on MCQs. Okay, you can do CES practical, which is some practical based certification. And in my opinion, certifications are good, but like it is not mandatory for everyone. Okay, so if you don't have any certification, don't worry, just focus on your skills first, right? So gain your skills. Like if you want to uh, like OSCP is best certification, but you have to totally very work. Like, you have to do hard work for gaining the OSCP certification, because first of all, it is very expensive certificate. It is around like 1 lakh or something, 90,000 K. All right, and another thing is like it is totally practical based. So for practicing OSCP, they have their own platform, which is I think Players, something like that. I forgot the name. Sorry, guys. Players, Hackers Players Ground. I think. Uh, Proving Grounds. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I forgot the name now. Yeah. So like it is Proving Playground. Like you can register it on I think free, or like it is some monthly subscription. So So yeah, so like there's a play account in that you can easily free training lab, and if you are practicing for OSCP, I want to recommend you guys just practice, like just purchase that 1 month, and because they have retired boxes of OSCP exam, so you can get the idea. Guys, I don't have the amount on OSCP of this proving playground, so I can't show you, but definitely you can register on this, and this is very great platform for learning. So uh, like and the job which I have mentioned, which is TCS, if you want to get a job in TCS, you can, like they they are hiring without the certification, so you don't have to worry about the certification, and just start working on your skills first. Build your skills, and after that start doing the certifications. And if you are in third year, you can apply for various internships. There are lots of internships coming in on Twitter or LinkedIn, so you can apply on those internships also. Okay, so I hope uh, I was able to answer your question better. There is challenges based on Netcat Docker that requires on how to move on that type of challenge. So Himanshu, it is totally based on the type of challenge. Okay, so for example, there's a challenge on binary exploitation. Okay, so first of all, there are mostly network connection is required in binary exploitation challenge, because as I mentioned earlier, like the same file will be running on the server as well as you got the file. So you have to write this. So for example, you have binary exploitation challenge. So the file will be given to you. You have to analyze the file first. For example, there's a vulnerability of buffer overflow in that file. So you have to understand the vulnerability. There are various types of buffer overflow vulnerabilities too. For example, a simple buffer overflow or a ROP chain buffer overflow. So you have to understand. Okay. So in cryptography, also you need in some cryptography challenges, you also need network connection. So for writing those scripts, you can use Pond tools. Okay, so let me show you Pond tools also. It is a Python library. So yeah, guys, programming is important in CTFs, and Python is very important for this. So like as you can see CTF framework and exploit development library. Okay, so you can build your own Python scripts and exploit scripts. Okay, so there's the website docs.ponttools.com. So here you can learn everything about Pond tools, and you can you can start learning the writing your own exploit scripts from here. Okay, so I hope Himanshu, I am able to answer the question. My journey. Okay, so my journey is I was interested in cybersecurity from a long time, but the thing is uh, I have started my journey when COVID started. So I I have zero, I was having zero experience in CTS and everything, and uh, I have joined Dark Army. Okay, so I have no idea what about CTF and everything, and I have started learning everything, reading write-ups from CTF time, learning from TryHackMe, Hexabox, and everything. And my first prize was Hexabox VIP subscription, which was a shared prize between me and my teammates. So after playing 6 months or 7 months, we have organized our three dark CTF. After that, we have organized our main CTF. After that, we have organized our conference this year in January. So and with time, this thing is not like an instant thing. You need a good uh, team members also and your skills also. So with the help of my team and team members, like they have supported me a lot, and they have supported me in my every decision, right? So I said them that we are starting our CTF, so they said okay, and they are very good members, and like we are right now, like we are a family. So we and there's no conflict between prices and everything. Like we have one lots of money and subscriptions. So like there's no conflict between us. So it is not an easy task. Like you have to start from zero, and after that you have to gradually increase yourself. And my good advice is like follow join Discord servers of others, and start start learning from others, and don't hesitate to ask questions. Okay, the main thing is like people hesitate to ask questions or like ask for different things, so don't hesitate on that. So done. So bro, what is VPS? VPS is very easy thing. Have you heard about Google Cloud? I think you let me show you my Google Cloud. Sorry, I have to shift my Google account. So VPS is like a different computer running online. Okay, so let me shift to my different account which has Google Cloud. So this is a cloud platform. Okay, you have heard about um, AWS and these types of things. Okay, so let me select an project. Okay, so I have selected. So you can see computer engine, compute engine, and go to VM install. So it is a VPS is simple different computer with more computing power on the on internet. So like you can access it through any device. Like if you have the permission. So recently, a few days ago, I have organized the B-Site Nerd CTF. So like these are the, for example, this is a different computer. This is a different computer. So K-hop was a binary exploitation challenge. Reverse pawn is a different binary exploitation. Crypto challenge. So these all the challenges are hosted on some different computers, and same binary was running on these systems. On for example, a pawn challenge. So Wave 2 pawn challenge was running uh, same system on this thing. Okay, so I am clicking on it so you can see the details of it. I hope you understood the meaning of VPS, because VPS is simple, an online computer, you can say that. Okay, so I don't know why it is showing me. So yeah, so like you can see the details there. So like it is running on Ubuntu. So this is a different computer and size is 2 GB, and I have used SSD and these types of stuff. So I hope you have understood about Google Cloud. Okay, which programming? Okay, so which programming language is best for exploit development? For like if you want mostly in CTF, Python is best for writing the exploits, because you have to make connections to the server, and for that you can use Font tools. Okay, so in my opinion, Python is easy, and you can start learning from that. Okay, so please recommend best books to get started, best website. I think I have recommended these things like best websites and YouTube channels to learn. So like is there any access for like, so I can share the resources here. like I want to paste the link. So like I am posting them here. So like your coordinators will send you, or like if you want, you can. Okay, for Windows exploit, um, like it is very like you want to write Windows exploit, or like can you clear the question first? Like you are asking for learning Windows development, or that thing. Can you clear the question first? We know like I'm not able to understand if you are asking for the Windows development learning thing, or like for exploit thing. Okay, so Windows exploit development. So mostly Windows applications are written in C Sharp and .NET. So like mostly in Windows, there are less exploits in Windows. So I mean like in TTS, it is not like I haven't seen lots of Windows exploit. Mostly you can see Windows exploits in reverse engineering. So in that thing, you those types of challenges, you have to reverse the Windows binary.exe file, right? So for example, I have a exe file, for example, firefox.exe. It is an example, and you have to find the obfuscation in that file. So mostly it is written in C language, right? So learn C language, and like if you want to learn the low level development, right? Like you want to communicate with the machine directly. So learn C language. Okay, and if you want to do scripting and these types of things, I want to recommend you Python. Python is slow, but it is very helpful in writing because of the library. Okay, so yeah, like PowerShell is like, for example, if you want a reverse shell. So for gaining a reverse shell, for example, you are attacking my system, so you can send me the PowerShell script, and whenever I will execute it, I will get the I will get hacked, or you can get my reverse shell. So, like in CTF, you can get PowerShell scripts for you can get PowerShell scripts for what we can say. You can get PowerShell scripts for analyzing the. Uh, so yeah, like but there are lots of security systems in Windows which can block your system. For example, let me tell you AMSI. So AMSI is like it is an anti-malware scan interface. So if you send a direct for a, and the first thing is like you have to enable the you have to give the permission to run PowerShell scripts on your system first. If you are not able to give the PowerShell, for example, I am the victim and I have not allowed PowerShell script execution on my system, so payload won't work. And another thing is UAC bypass. So these are some advanced topics. So UAC is simple. For example, you want, as you can see, whenever you run something which requires administrator privileges, so it asks for yes or no, right? So that is UAC by UAC, user access control window. So if you click on yes, you will grant the administrator permissions to the user. So if you even if you got the reverse shell and everything, you have to bypass the UAC, because these days Windows have advanced security. So like it is not very easy to write Windows exploit. So yeah, you can even create an application and these types of things. For example, you have created a malware which is based on advanced bypass techniques, because you have to bypass AMSI, you have to bypass UAC, and after that you are able to execute your exploit, right? So even you can't run Mimicarts. Mimicarts is for dumping your system's credentials. So like I have spent lots of time on Mimicarts. Let me show you what it will do. Okay, so go to code. This thing is written in C. Uh, yeah, it is written in C. Let me download it, and you will see how it will show me the errors. So for example, this is my exploit. Okay, so yeah, before even downloading this file, my browser is saying this file contains a virus or a malware. For example, I allowed this file to download. Okay, so here's my file, and I have extracted it already. Right. So even if you are and after that I have to click on to run, I have to allow from here. So it is not very easy guys to bypass and everything. But if you want to learn, if you are interested in Windows, just go to labs here on the Hexabox. There are lots of Windows boxes, and skip tutorial because okay, guys, I want to recommend you one more YouTube channel for Hexabox system. I have learned from it a lot, so I would recommend you is it. So he creates videos on hack the box boxes. Yeah, Himanshu, you are absolutely right. He's it's so like from this tool take password. Yeah, like you through Mimicat you can take passwords, but uh, as I have mentioned earlier, you have to bypass lots of things. For example, if you want to download, first you have to give the permission from here. Even if you put this thing on your system, you have to disable the antivirus first. So first you have to disable the antivirus, and after that you have to give the administrator privileges to this user. For example, where's Mimicat? Okay, so like it is my antivirus directly deleted it. Okay, so you have to give the right click and you have to give the permission to the application to run as administrator, like this. For example, okay, not this. Okay, yeah, this here. So run as administrator. So it will ask. So it will show me the UAC. Okay, so this is user access control. And after that, whenever I click yes and click on show more details, so it will show me the all the details about the publisher certificate and everything. So if I click on yes, it will give the administrator privileges to the application. I hope you know the you are you understood everything. Like so, if you guys have any questions, you can connect me on here on Twitter, WhatsApp. Oh, sorry, not on WhatsApp, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Discord. So like you can contact me anywhere. So like if you guys have any questions, uh, this is still popping. Let me delete those files first. So yeah, guys, if you guys have any question, you can ask me. Okay, very great. So like I want to recommend you guys to start playing TTFs and everything, and believe me, you won't regret this decision. And if you are interested in further everything like yeah. So do you have any question, guys? I have got lots of requests and everything on my LinkedIn and everywhere. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, I
Welcome,
do.
Himanshu.
I hope all the queries are clear. Thank you, sir. That was a really wonderful efforts you put in to motivate us. Looking forward for more such workshops with you. Thank you for giving your precious time to us and of course giving directions to all of us. And that your doubt clearing ability that was really appreciable. And I am guaranteeing you that all the doubts are cleared. Thank you everyone for being
Thank
here
you,
with
thank
us.
you.
Yes. Thank you everyone for being here with us.
So yeah,
And,
another like another. I just again want to say again that you guys have a CTF on 24th, so register on that CTF and learn some skills, and I hope everyone got some good scores on their scoreboard.
yeah, that is on 24th August and you can go to ctf.feelthegravity.in to get yourself registered there. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much sir again. Till next time, signing
Thank
off.
you guys for inviting me. It was
Our pleasure, sir. Till next time, signing off, Ananya.
okay, guys.